On a dusty village afternoon, where people argued more about prices than politics, a traveling merchant rolled in with a carpet wagon and a voice loud enough to wake the goats on the hills. He promised genuine flying carpets, backed by magic, mystery, and a hint of dishonesty. The curious, skeptical crowd gathered, and then Juha appeared, wearing his usual wise fool expression. He eyed the dusty, worn, ordinary carpet, but the merchant whispered the words Juha could never resist. Special discount. And just like that, his next adventure began. Juha marched through the village proudly, his magic carpet under his arm, ignoring villagers already imagining the disaster ahead. His plan was simple: test it from a low rooftop. Not high enough to risk bones, but high enough to impress believers in miracles, especially discounted ones. By the time he reached the roof, half the village had gathered, expecting either a miracle or a comedy. Juha spread the carpet carefully, patting it like an old horse that didn't want to run. Juha stepped onto the carpet, lifted his arms dramatically, bent his knees, and waited for the wind to lift him into glory. Nothing happened, not even the smallest wiggle. Juha scratched his head. Clearly, the carpet needed help. He stepped back, grabbed the carpet firmly, and declared, at least in his own mind, that momentum was the key. So he threw the carpet off the roof with all the strength he had. For a glorious moment, the carpet sailed through the air, and then dropped flat on the ground like a tired bedsheet. The crowd burst into laughter, and Juha climbed down calmly as if everything had happened exactly as he intended. Standing beside the collapsed carpet, Juha dusted off his robe and announced to the amused villagers that the carpet had indeed flown, just not by itself. And then he shared his real point. Miracles sold cheaply are rarely miracles at all. A little dust, a little sparkle, and a lot of words can trick anyone, unless they use their heads. The villagers nodded, realizing they had been fooled just as much as Juha had fooled himself. Meanwhile, the merchant with the magic carpets quietly disappeared from the market, taking his dusty miracles with him. And so, the village learned a simple truth. If someone promises magic at a discount, you're not buying wonders, you're buying trouble. Juha's carpet never flew, but the lesson soared higher than anything the merchant ever sold.